Alright, ladies and germs, we are back tonight with a little something different. Recording this on July 16th. Video probably won't go up till tomorrow, so July 17th. We're going to check out Jumpstart, and you're going to get my thoughts on it. Something that's been touted for a little bit while. I watched the little intro trailer by Miss Alias V, and it seems kind of like a bit of a kind of a simplified Magic system, kind of to get new people involved, kind of make it easier, fast, because it kind of auto builds you some decks. Now, I'm old enough to remember the disaster that was Magic Portal, which everybody hated, which dumbed down the game really a lot and had silly cards in them and really explained things. So I'm a bit hesitant because I do remember Portal and how bad it was. Look how you just, and you can look at the cards and see how weird they were. But anyways, let's give it a shot. I saved up some coins, and let's just see what it's about. You get to keep the thing that really swayed man is you get to keep the cards you build. So I mean, at the very least, you get some cards out of it. So let's give it a shot. Do not forget to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing to do that. And also, you get to keep the like and subscribe away from you. You know, he will come and get you. He knows you watched. And he knows if you didn't like and subscribe. And he'll come, he's got a subscribe button, he'll make you push it. So just avoid that whole situation with the werewolf and like and subscribe. Leave a comment, too. Tell me what you think. I always respond to comments. Tell me if the decks are good, the decks are bad, you hate me, you think my voice is stupid, whatever. Let me know. Here we go. Let's check it out. Choose packets. Okay, so spooky, heavily armored, and archaeology. So let's go with heavily armored, Minotaurs. Why not? Alright, so heavily armored Minotaurs is the deck we have. Let's take an inspection here. Alright, here's what it looks like. Thriving Heath. That's an old one. Okay. So, the Lunark. Ooh, yeah, I remember the Lunarks. They were from one of my favorite Innistrad. So, Mugging. Lunar, that's a mythic rare, so that's pretty good. Sure Strike, very good card, useful card. Lightning Visionary, Temper Veteran, Lightwalker. That's another one. I think I had that. That was Abzan. Yeah, Abzan had all those counter things. So there's a lot of counter stuff. There's a lot of heavy creatures. Soul Seer, Herald's Horn. Okay, so some mountains, Thriving Bluff. Okay, interesting choice. These are some old lands, the Thriving lands. Good-looking mana there. Good-looking mana. I might use that. Bulwark Giant. I remember her. I don't remember him too much. Patron of the Valiant, I do remember. Supply Runners, I do remember. I think that's an Abzan one. Trusty Retriever. Bazir's Acolyte. So there's some newer stuff. There's some older stuff. There's some Minotaurs and some other stuff. So this is interesting. It's kind of an auto-built deck. Some I know, some I don't know. But yeah, let's give it a shot. And we got all that. We got all those cards. To use in Historic. That's kind of worth it if you're a big Historic player. You want to make some Historic cards or something like that. I might try Spooky and something else now. But we tried heavily armored Minotaurs, and we'll give it a shot. No red and not a lot of mana, so I don't like that. I'll take the free mulligan. That's much better. Let's put that down. So yeah, it's kind of a pre-built thing. Some of the older cards from other steps. Just turtle. I wonder what build he's playing. Is it? I can't remember what. Whoops, wrong one. Lightwalker. I can't remember what Alias said in the video. How many combinations there were? There was 3 and 5. So there's like 25 combinations. I don't know, because I think there's some other ones. What should we do here? So make him flying. Alright. So it is a level playing field too, and I understand that's also why they kind of wanted to integrate people in the game, because I do check out the Reddit, and you know, there's a lot of new people that saying, you know, I'm getting my ass kicked, I can't build a deck, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, they're getting stomped by these crazy builds and meta decks. It's hard. When I first started in Arena, it was hard for me to break. It was getting hard for me to break, you know, gold. So, you know, I understand the struggle. So I guess this is a nice intro. It shows you how a deck is built. I don't know how many veteran players are going to go for this, aside from people who just have a lot of coins or gems and just want the cards for historic. But I figured I'd do a video on it and give you my thoughts. But it does, I think probably the most interesting thing is that it does have that level playing field. Wow, Assault Formation. That's another, that's a very good card. That's another Abzan Dragons of Tarkir one. So do I want to take that much? We'll block one. We'll just lose him. So I think we'll do this. And we're gonna attack. So that's only when it comes into play. Okay, we'll block with him. Soulseer is a good card too. So we're going to create a lot of Minotaurs when this comes into play. Oh, that's only non-token Minotaurs. Okay, well, either way we'll do it. Or do we want Patron of the Valiant? I should have just done Soulseer on the Aegis Turtle. Alright, so we'll just attack with him. Does anybody have... Okay. So yeah, there's some powerful cards in this. Honestly. Assault Formation is a very powerful card. I think I did have an Abzan deck, a paper Abzan deck back in the day with it. I used to play a lot of Abzan Warriors, Sultai Warriors. And I'm pretty sure that's Dragons of Tarkir. It might be Fates Unraveled. Or Fates Unwound, or whatever that Fates means. Start turn creature flying. So that's not good. Target creature with Defender can attack this turn. Alright, so that's everybody. So, it'll leave me with 1 life left. So, that'll be 9. Let's block him. I don't know why he did that. Let's just Soulseer him. Yeah, I won. Not a bad deck. Real tricky. Eventually, you're kind of going to learn. I think the problem, I can already foresee a problem. If there's only a set number of decks, after time, if they don't start adding more stuff. Oh, wow, branching evolution. Okay. Well, I can see that. Putting that with my Oakenshield deck, Conclave Mentor, that would really up the amount of stuff that we're getting there. All right, let's keep playing. So I can see if you're playing this a lot. I realize it's a limited event, but it's like a month, I think, and I can see a problem that even after a week or 2 weeks of playing, you're pretty much going to know what is in every deck. We don't have a real fast hand here. I like these Thrivings. It was nice to get them. So let's... Hello. I want white with it. Yeah, I had forgotten about Thrivings. I remember the Thrivings from Kaladesh. There was Thriving Turtles and Thriving other stuff. So... He has a blue-white, so I know the white cards pretty much. If he has heavily armored. Minotaur Skull Cleaver. He is going to do 4 right off the jump. First strike. Oh, look at that. Doesn't really matter. I have 3 and he has a 2. But hey, why not? One. Okay. Well, that makes sense. It doesn't really make sense about how a tapped creature could block, but there you go. I guess he blocked and then tapped, but either way. Alright, so what do we have here? Let's burn his ass up. Next. End turn. I like Minotaurs. Back in the day when I actually used to play WoW a long time ago, I liked playing a Tauren. Oh, I gotta discard a card when I do that. So I can already see a historic Oakenshield even with the cards that I got. I also ran a D&D game. I think I've mentioned that I played D&D before, where one of my favorite characters, his name was Aiden Blackfur. He was a Minotaur, and he was really funny. My friend Jeff played him, and he was really funny because he was so direct. He just had no tact or anything role-playing him. He just announced things. So he just kind of blurted out whatever was going on in his head. Let's see how many instants. So it's going to do 2 damage. I don't really need that. Enchantment, artifact or enchantment from my graveyard. He's going to do 7 damage. Ooh, yeah, I don't think I'm in good shape here. But yeah, the Minotaur, he did just such a good Minotaur roleplay. Ooh, that's game right there. That's going to be 9. You know, they meet somebody, and you know, and somebody would be explaining something about how they have to find the crystal shards or find the rings of elemental power or something, and in the middle of it, he would just be like, "This conversation is unpleasant, and I am not enjoying it. I am going to leave. You are stupid, and I do not like the sound of your voice. Goodbye." He wasn't always just mean about it too. He would, you know, if people were like, people were good or acted positively or did things that he liked, he would be like, "You are a good fighter and you are my best friend." He just blurted out like whatever his feeling, like he didn't hide anything. I just thought it was a really funny, just a blunt kind of way. It was kind of before Drax, even when, you know, we had kind of Drax the Destroyer kind of doing that no tact kind of you know, just saying things because he had no subtlety. It was even before that, so it was a really funny character. It's just the Minotaurs reminded me of it. Alright, I'm really going fast now. Heavily armored Minotaurs. And interestingly enough, the Minotaurs are always, for some reason, like, depicted as monstrous and scary and stuff like that. But aside from being a good fighter and very violent, this particular Minotaur, he was a vegetarian because he was a Minotaur. He was a cow. He only ate oats and grass and like wheat and stuff like that, because I don't know where Minotaurs became, I guess from being monsters, they became like carnivorous, but they're essentially just cow people. They're bull people, so he was a total vegetarian. So, which is funny because you never really think about like barbarians being vegetarians, but he was, so it was kind of funny like that. Let's kill that bomber. Iron Shell Beetle. Okay. Next, we're going to send you in. Okay, so yeah, we got this guy's number. Anyways, those are my Minotaur memories. I hope you really like them. Let's see here. No attacks. Turret Ogre. So we've got a lot of ogres. Cyclopses. Oh yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Yeah, I can already see using a lot of these cards in a new counter deck. A really, really crazy historic counter deck. I got a lot of back decks that I haven't done videos on. I really should do more videos. I should try to do one every day. I do other stuff. I have written a book, and I am writing more books. Please check that out in the description. I wrote a fantasy book. It's 99 cents. You know, I was a GM for 20 years. I did play this for 20 years. So I know a little fantasy. I will say that. Let's see, Horn. So let's use that. We want Minotaur. All right. No attacks. So yeah, check out my fantasy book. 99 cents on Amazon. You can't beat it. Done. I can put that in my hand and then I can draw a card. It's called Darkness, a Love Story. It's about a blind knight who gets revenge on demons who destroyed his kingdom. So what do we want to do? Remove, put one on everything. Boom, okay. So now we're going in. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out well for you, guy. I did not think that was going to work out well for you, guy. So Jumpstart's pretty fun. Kind of an even playing field. I am appreciating not having to worry about getting my ass beat by the meta anymore. Oh, Mirror Shield. It's a good card. So let's go again. Might do another one just to get some more cards. Might do another one next week, save up some money. I am going to buy... There's a deal today. Unfortunately, this video will not go up today, but hopefully you bought the 3,500 gems for $15. Heck of a deal, in my opinion, because that's basically the season pass for $15. And if you max out the season pass, you're going to get, I think, 800 gems. About 3,000 gold. I don't know how many 10 or 12 packs. It's worth way more than $15. Now you're not going to get the exact packs that you want, but any packs of a set that you want, you can buy with gold or gems. Because it's packs that are from all over the place. I know some are going to rotate out soon, but historic is still viable as long as they eventually banned Ulamog. So it is really worth it. Getting the season pass for $15 is a hell of a deal. Plus you get a card and a style. You get a card. You get a let's Minotaur it up. You get a sleeve and an avatar, which I really like the avatar. It's just the Dark Wanderer. It's just a hooded, dark, cloaked figure, which is generic, but it's cool if you don't think any of these other guys are really that cool. So you do get a little bit more bang for your buck. Normally 3,400 gems are $20. This is 3,500, so it's 100 more for $15. So yeah, you do get that. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. Definitely worth it. I am going to buy it later. Or I can buy it here on screen, and I can enter my credit card number and my CVV and expiration date and my full name and my address. I'll just buy it right on camera. That'll work really good. I think that, and you guys are honest. You wouldn't do anything with my credit card. So it's safe to trust the internet. Everyone on the internet is honest. Plus, Magic players are always honest too, I've found. Wow. No blocks. I'm through. None of that. 2 other creatures you control, so Borderlands Minotaur. Okay, so let's attack with him. I can see if you get the wrong matchup with this, you kind of get your ass kicked fast, because I kicked that other guy's ass real fast. And this guy came out the gate swinging at me hard. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Look at that. And that's going to be 6. I'm going to be down to 2. Yeah, I can see that there's a little bit of balance that probably needs to go into this. So here's Flurry of Horns. If he doesn't kill all of them, they don't have Vigilance, so I need to block. Unless he Volcano Salvos me or does something crazy again. Oh, yeah, see, that's it. So I barely had a chance there. I think I was turn 5, a 5-turn defeat. So, let's see. I already got all the rewards. Okay. So I added that to the inventory. Let's do another one. I don't think we've been playing for very long. This went by a shorter video. Just because it's not a custom build deck. It's just kind of a preview of Jumpstart. To kind of give you... Oh, he bought the Dark Wanderer cloak. That's what it looks like, by the way. It's just like a dark, like a hooded figure cloak. It's just called the Adventurer, which is nice. It's just kind of generic. The other one, the City of Brass sleeves look very cool. Very chrome. I mean, not chrome. Very gilded brass. Cool looking sleeves. Looks nice for a nice white deck. Or red deck. Or white-red deck. Whatever. Okay. So... I think this is game 5. I think we've went 2-2. So the decks aren't bad. They're just a little off. I don't need to do that yet. I think we could discard a card. Oh, that's a Minotaur doing the mother, so that's kind of funny. So let's do 1 damage. Horn Beetle. Okay, so we will attack, and we'll probably, hopefully, surprise him with Battlefield Promotion. Unless he just lets it through. Yeah, I gotta surprise you with that. We might have his number already. I can see that these things, in my opinion at least, I don't know if it's always going to be true. This is only game 5. Is depending on the matchup. I think he might have chose double green too. Depending on the matchup, you might really have another guy's number, because right now that's 2 instant sorceries. I'm gonna Warfare Javelin real fast. Pow! And he's gonna take. He's going to take 6. He's going to go down to 9 right away. So we'll see here if he can't get it together. He's got a lot of cards in his hand, but he might have won double green. It might be real expensive. 2 counters. So he can get mana out through that. Okay. with Lightwalker. I'm probably going to use him to put a 1/1 counter on Lightwalker. Okay. Let's just do a full attack. Warfare Javelin would be a fun card to... Warfire Javelin would be a fun card in a blue-red heavy instant and sorcery deck. And also keep unsummoning him and putting him back out. And keep unsummoning him and putting him back out and stuff like that. Because he's pretty cheap, too. He's only... Well, he's 4, so he's a little expensive. But unsummon and play him again. And depending on how many... You could put a ton of damage out. He did up him, he did kill him, but he's only at 3. I can put a counter on him and fly him in, so I'm not even really worried. This is a win. These games go faster, too, because you're kind of locked into these decks, that there's not really a lot of complex, tricky stuff. So, yeah, I think this is a good intro, in my opinion. If you want to get into Magic and aren't sure how, or you're just having a bad time and you just kind of want to learn about what to do, or really how to put a deck together effectively, this is a good place to look. Or if you're, you know, a moderate player and or even an advanced player, this is a pretty good way to collect some cards for historic. And he's dead. Pop. Alright, let's continue. I am still just gathering, so I won 3. Let's see if we can go for, let's play 6 games, and let's see if we can go to a 4-2 win, positive win, a double win ratio. Black Knight 320. Okay, I'm alright with that. I think that's an Amonkhet card, Minotaur Sure Shot. There was a lot of Minotaurs in Amonkhet too. Amonkhet, in my opinion, was a real weird set. Not bad, it was just weird. I didn't like Hour of Devastation that much, to be perfectly honest. It had a lot of heavy hitters. Afflict was terribly... Listen, when Afflict came out, my dude came in with an Afflict deck. He was like the first dude to get the Afflict deck going. And he came in, and we were not ready for that. We were not ready for that shit. Dude fucking punished us with Afflict. That was a very powerful... That's if you blocked, you still took damage. So he came in with like an Afflict Zombie Minotaur deck. Oof. If you blocked, you took 2, and if you didn't block, you took 3. I mean, it was just bad. So I want white. Soul Seer. Yeah, we were not ready for Afflict. I haven't seen it again, which kind of is a clue that it was maybe overpowerful. Oh, ooh, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Okay. Let's bring him out. That's going to be 4. But yeah, I actually really liked Afflict as an ability, but as far as the thing with Hour of Devastation, if you weren't building it with Amonkhet, like, it didn't really work with the other sets, in my opinion. Like, it worked with Amonkhet, but it didn't work with, like, the previous, which was Innistrad and those other ones, which were still, like, available at the time. Bosmer Solidarity, Makeshift Battalion, Warfare Javelier. I only have 1 Soul Seer, so... Ooh, let's put out Makeshift Battalion. No attacks. So that was my biggest complaint about it. Like, Amonkhet, you could kind of vibe because of all the counters and stuff like that. It could kind of vibe with other stuff. But, I don't know. Hour of Devastation just... I don't know, You had to build like an Hour Devastation deck, basically. No attacks. We're gonna run Bozzer. Hopefully, we'll Bozzer Solidarity, and then if we draw mana, a Bozzer Solidarity and a Bozzer and a Warfare Javelin, we'll be able to hit. Yeah, we can do it. Okay, here we go. So that's gonna jazz everybody up. Then we're gonna play him. Might have a protection. Yeah, feat of resistance. Thought he might have a protection. So he's immune to red. But he's not immune to white. So we're going to hold off for right now. We're just going to hold off for right now. We're kind of got the advantage. Fettered Imp. I don't see any... He's only played one white card. He mostly has black. He's changed it around. Flurry Horns? Yeah, let's just go in. Why not? And we'll lose some guys, but whatever. We'll get Makeshift Battalion pumped up. Let's just put pressure on him. Sometimes you just gotta put pressure. He would be really good in the sacrifice deck that I built because your own creatures die and their creatures die a lot. He's going to get a huge thing, and then it's just going to go away. Boop. Yeah. So yeah, we did put a lot of pressure on him. Let's Patron of the Valiant. So if he picked white, looks like the same white that we got. It's going to give him the Scythe. He'll do 5 to us. That's a red mana, which we don't need. So we're going to hold steady. We just got to figure out a way to... We could really use one of those, a Mugging or a Soul Seer, just to burn these guys out. Dutiful Attendant. I've seen him before. Yeah, he is from... Tarkir, Dragons of Tarkir, because he just gets his head beaten. They put food in the basket, and yeah. As the severed head of that. Yeah, I remember that. So, do I want to sacrifice 2? No, I'll just take. I'm fresh. I could have killed him with 2 by using 1 there, but. No attacks. Yeah, because he eats a bowl full of severed heads. I remember that. That was dragons. That was a weird thing. It started out with dragons were all dead, and it was these Khans that ruled these 5 clans. And then Ugin... Nicol Bolas went back in time to do something, so Ugin went back in time to do something too, and what he ended up doing was changing it so dragons were still alive, so then there was Fates Unraveled, where there were Khans and dragons at the same time, and then the new timeline, which was dragons had taken over, and then it shows you what happened to the Khans in all, when the dragons had taken over the different clans. It was real weird. It was an interesting story, though. think I'm actually one of the few people. I don't know how many people out there actually like the story of Magic. I followed it for a long time, from way back. No attacks. We're kind of in a bit of a stalemate here. Gerard and the Weatherlight, you know, the discovery of Phyrexia, Mishra or Mishna, I can't remember, Urza's brother, finding him still alive, and Phyrexia, the power armor suits that they had. Invasion was such a fun block. It had one of my favorite cards of all time. I'll put it up on the screen. It was called No Mercy. And you can see what it says. Whenever a creature dares to launch you, destroy it. Absolute savage. Yeah, because you could just let guys come in, and they would, or you could force them to attack, or you could give them trample. So you could, there was all kind of crazy stuff you could do with it. Like, you could forcefully give other creatures trample, and then block them, so like only one damage went through, but the creature still got destroyed. It was was it black-white, or was it just all black? Alright, so that's 3-3. That's even. That's even. Also, I've rambled on a lot about stories while doing that, because that was not super, super hard. It was kind of a bit on autopilot, but hey, 3 up, 3 down. That's what Jumpstart looks like. We added to the decks, so we got some historic cards. We got some other cards. Do I want to keep playing with this deck? Probably not. I'm probably going to resign. I might play a little bit more off camera to do something with. But let's open some packs, too, while we're here. Two uncommons. 9 lives. I had a guy kill himself with 9 lives playing against him. I was able to survive it. A Conclave Mentor. Okay, so that got added to my chest. Teferi's Ageless Insight. Okay. A lot of Teferi crap in M21. Hellkite Punisher. Okay, that's good. Oh, Baron Tolarian Archmage. Okay, so he might be interesting to play. So that was a little pack opening. One shot shore. We used some wild cards to get some stuff. But yeah, that was Jumpstart. My thoughts total... Oh, there's the Adventurer bundle. My thoughts totally... yeah, I mean, I wouldn't spend gems on it. I wouldn't spend real money on it. I think it's pretty cheap as far as gems go. I have the gems to go into it. I think it's only like 200. But honestly, it's not worth the gems. Is it worth the gold? Yeah. I mean, for the price of 2 packs, you get all those cards added to your historic that they can use in historic. You know, yeah, I would save your... do your daily quests. Get your 550 or your 600 or however much you play. If you do your daily... If you do like 2 daily quests, a 750 and a 500, let's say, you know, on average. So that's 155 plus your 650 or your 550. 2 days worth of grinding. Really not grinding, just 2 days worth of regular playing, in my opinion. Even 3 days if you really want to stretch it out. To throw something in for something different for some pre-made decks. Why not? I wouldn't advise against it. Would I buy gems to go in for it? I don't think it's worth the gems. I don't think it's worth the real money. You're better off just spending gems on actual packs that you want with stuff that can use in standard ranked or anything like that. Or even going into a draft. But as far as spending some coins on it, nice little diversion, a little bit of time off. It's a little bit brain dead. I'm not gonna say it's not because it's kind of just pre-built automatic stuff. But there's a lot of combos you can try out. You do get to keep the cards. It said it got added to my decks, so let's take a look. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, heavily armed Minotaur. So it's already a pre-built kind of thing. So it can also help. If you have a deck combination that you don't have yet and you kind of want to build off of it, like let's say you don't have a blue-green that you're happy with, like I don't, so you don't have a blue-green you're happy with and you just want to just auto-build me a blue-green, then I can kind of build off of it. So it's a good starter. For a new person or somebody who's struggling, it's a good starter because it gives you that pre-built deck, and you can kind of build off of it from there. So I don't think it's that bad. Is it a game changer? Is it something that everyone's going to be playing and that is, just really is going to set the world on fire? No, but I don't ever think it was supposed to be that. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on Jumpstart. You know, interesting little side quest. I'm glad that they didn't gate it to only gems. They did put the coins in there for that to let kind of everybody in. Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's as bad as Portal. Didn't make it that brain dead, but it certainly made it simpler. Yeah, so that's my opinion. Tell me what you think. Like and subscribe to the video, or you're gonna have to deal with the like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of Jumpstart. Have you played it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. Leave a comment. I always respond. Yeah, just let me know what you think. Jumpstart. That was it. That was a little Jumpstart preview. All right. I will see you guys on the flip side. And I'm going to have bought a lot of gems tonight after I buy this Adventurers pack right here. I was kidding before. I'm not going to put my credit card on camera. So I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a big pack opening next video. We also have some great decks that I built. We have a Sultai Nightmare deck that I built that I'm eager about fine-tuning and getting into play there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you again soon. Good night. This has been Midnight Magic.